Adesso message bushol Lot. It means a lot. A man that chose for himself. Kamate di kas pervo gado manus ke bushol Lot. Sun some manus katarode. That's our first point. He was a blessed man of God. Genesis 13, verse 1 through 7. So Abram went up from Egypt to the Negev with his wife and everything he had, and Lot went with him. Abram had become very wealthy in livestock and in silver and gold. From the Negev he went from place to place until he came to Bethel, to the place between Bethel and Ai, where his tent had been earlier, and where he had first built an altar. Then Abram called on the name of the Lord. So that's, Abram. Now Lot, verse 5, who was moving about with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents. But the land could not support them while they stayed together, for their possessions were so great that they were not able to stay together. Ai sonaklo verse 7 aklisto trobulo maskaral leslugi kataro Abram leskokak ayolat leskeslugin. And it goes like this, Genesis 13 verse 8 and 9. So Abram said to Lot, let's not have any quarreling between you and me, or between your herders and mine, for we are close relatives. Is not the whole land before you? Let's part company. If you go to the left, I will go to the right. If you go to the right, I will go to the left. I, Penelamenge Bible in verse 11, 12, and 13. Without hesitation, faltilo respeto pesque kakeske, ailela yalolvo mayanglal kaitishal. I, Penelamenge Bible ke alo sardiao mailasho. And let's read it 11 to 13. So Lot chose for himself. That's very key. The two men parted company. Abram lived in the land of Canaan, while Lot lived among the cities of the plain and pitched his tents near Sodom. Now, do I need to tell you about Sodom and Gomorrah? Or you already know? He pitched his tents near Sodom. Verse 13, now the people of Sodom were wicked and were sinning greatly against the Lord. Number one, dicas que a los ardia tetrail pasa e Sodoma yekforo desa nasul. Now, why would you want to do that? Sostarte tostu pase pasavare so kaisi nasul. Akocheava dicas o ilolesko karin jala leske aka. Ai todiape pase pasa godoforo. Ay pala que sas pase pasaforo. What do you think happened next? He lived there. Allá rodeapes que quiere era claque ay mukisai lo andren de Sodoma. Sos jardas pogor godo. Genesis chapter 14 verse 11 and 12. The four kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah and all their food. Then they went away. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot and his possessions, since he was living in Sodom. Penele Bible azardia pesquitzera pasa e Sodoma. Baracanadi cales que traílan de Sodoma. Polok, Chirtiales André, Onasul. And so who you think comes to the rescue? Liskokak, O Abram. Verse 13 through 16. A man who escaped came and reported this to Abram the Hebrew. Now Abram was living near the great trees of Mamre the Amorite, a brother of Eshcol and Aner, all whom were allied with Abram. Sadlis Zurali Kumpanya, Ifrenu Realesa. When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out the 318 trained men born in his household. Trained for battle. Salis Karakadil and Koker. Katarsales ke slugi, katarsales ke manus ke traínas lesa. And when in pursuit, Geloterodel, Verse 15, during the night Abram divided his men, attack, rout them, pursue them. Verse 16, he recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possessions together with the women and the other people. Anel Savoren Palpale, O Abram, he came to the rescue. Vazdia sapes que gene, a odel sadlesa, ideales e victoria. Anele Savoren Palpale, vi caulot les conepoto, vi sai familia, saso chordelendar, I vi sale caber manos, even the king of Sodom. The king of Sodom said to Abram, give me the people and keep the goods for yourself. Dema samo go narodo, but sao chabea isal kar prami lele tuke. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, with raised hand I have sworn an oath to the Lord, lemar manan glaudel penelo Abram, I was dem govaskarin leste, God most high, creator of heaven and earth, that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread or the strap of a sandal, so that you will never be able to say, I made Abram rich. And you would think Lot learned his lesson. But the Bible si kabela menge. Kambol dia palpalen de Sodoma. Ay namay numa kotse que trail. Namay numa yek ciudadano, a citizen, anday Sodoma, but he becomes a ruler. And possibly even a judge. Genesis chapter 19, verse 1, Penela menge. The two angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. He's not standing or walking, but sitting. Because he became a prominent ruler in Sodom. Namai fersa o manusan de Sodoma, numa viek manuskai del Cris. So what are we trying to say? Maenglal sas pasa e Sodoma. Pondurme trailan de Sodoma. Pondurme amboldelan de Sodoma. Ayakanagas duil vivo kotse. He's a ruler. He's an important person. He has an official title in Sodom. But Nanu Magodo, he begins to act like those people. Genesis 19, verse 12 to 14. The two men said to Lot, do you have anyone else here? Son-in-laws, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here, because we are going to destroy this place. The outcry to the Lord against its people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who were pledged to marry his daughters. Sasava divano panglo de del pesquecheaba via badelas pesquecheana de Sodoma. Pasa de Sodoma, Andrés de Sodoma, Gazduila de Sodoma, Abagindol pesarle de Ababite el Boria de Sodoma. Ai penele Bible ando versos de su padre de su soul que canadiclele angels que pendeles que abatanclel ai Savo chanclel, ai chisi chiarel, penele Bible claramente, tonde vas peleste, ai ancaladeles abrian da for. Chimangenas tianclen, Hanas kino lensa gadala angels tradine catarodel, ai palai mila de teuleski, tenamere en kotse, ai palai cris que abatrumulas tabelo del ai pendial tom vas pelende, ai ancalabele. And guess what? Vipodrom Kaijan, he's still stubborn. Sabos uriarel pescuilo, because pendele angels ando verso de seftagica obistayek, pendeles que já naso precarine plain, já sigar leca familiar nadik palpale, ai nashau katende, já gio prende plain. No maulat pendeling, no my lord, please. Talara claim favor on the tumareyaka, please mekema. Te traiu uma carandegadot sunogo foruzzo que si katse pase. Janes odel siles patience. Odel siles paciencia. Para reselect point que odel trulte me que lo vasgo le genesco canasavo chir del pepesquirik. Todiau del vas peleste, peles que juvli, peles que duishea, an calavelle, bat canasavon chi mangenas de jan le devlesa. Ai dame gado foruzzo catse, name te jan si chiaca i penelodel, dame gado foruzzo passe, savo mangel te besel passe. Penele Bible che si te vel yak andaceri. Ai si te neviarelo dele pu, ai si te che tolco te sauna sul pe pu, numa hotel penela mengelela me butivar vastestar, ai penel shava, anclia vrianda ilumia, che si te nau gris pelate, ai a me penale de vlesche, si che cer de la marovas, mai meg marienzega devla, mai meg vacace passa ilumia. A hotela de peschimila, mangelan calavel tuta iman, numa me besas passe. Inaya menge dosta. Penele Bible che cana starisardia odel tanele Cris ya ganda oceri perela spesodoma e juvlica tarolot di Cleopatra. Ai kerdili extamina Loneski, a pillar of salt. She died. Forget what it means to be a pillar of salt. That she died. That's it. She's judged. And the consequences did not stop there. Les kedui shea kerdek baro bezech. Epalagodo bezech e kerde. You can read the whole story at home. Genesis 19. Dui glatia rakadio dieka swako yek. Ayanda yek glata avili evitza of the Moabites. Akatale kaver glata kaver pe avili evitza katale Ammonites. Dui vizi paganas, pagan nations. Vizi kai sohachi luvudisardele devles. Ai ke saktar pakiaye ande kaver de la johamne. Idolatra sasca dalla dui vizi katarles ke dui shea arakadile dui glati kataravile dui vizi ke saktar sas contra podel. Lot and his two daughters left Zoar. He ain't there no more and they go to Foruzzo. Namai and the Foruzzo. And settled in the mountains, for he was afraid to stay in Zoar. He and his two daughters, Asun, lived in a cave. He started with the blessing. He ended up in a dark cave. And the cueva. And you know something? You don't hear about him anymore. Chijanas, So, Avilo, and Daulot. And what are the things that we learn? Number one, decisions have consequences, 100%. What else do we learn? Our family is affected by our decisions 100%. But we still live too close to it. It's time to lazik decisión po mistimosa maro amaratzerak. Devla jutisara metenama y besas. Si pasa es Sodoma, mucho menos te vas a andar adelante. Chaches devla que traisan de que lumia, penelame que suato godom. Traisan de lumia, no machisam la lumiaki. Jutia me devla que amesam koblem. Name ka me pase pasam na sul que amboldas. Di kaspalpo. Angera me pasa tu te devla. Te dama di kaspalpo le domate valda sa Maria ka po Cristo. Ai cochete tasa Maria ka pe sosila show. Sarpenele Biblia, puestos los ojos en Jesús, el autor y consumador de la fe. Our eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and consumer of our faith. O devla, vas da oges Maria ka karintute. Ai chimai di kaupal. Ajutima tan kalava angle mo familia. Ajutima tan kalava angle mo chave mo cheam mo nepos. Ajutima devla. Te lama pala kyo duho. Ai te alos tu pala mande. Na te alo me mange devla. Numa tu te alos pala mande. Me te lama pala tutte. Ando anaule Christos. Qua pena salve. Amén.